Hi, welcome to One Stop Real Estate Education, and congratulations on choosing a new exciting career in real estate. What I would like to discuss are some of the things to expect when taking your real estate classes and preparing for your national and state level exams. The structure and methodology for this course is pretty much a hybrid, where we take the conventional home study where students typically learn at their own pace, read, do some final exams, and we've incorporated the actual live online classroom environment 2 nights a week in order for our students to have interaction with the instructor, fellow students, have full engagement, and discuss the things that they would have been learning during the pre-reading assignments. Now, for some of you, you've chosen an immediate full-time profession, while others have chosen to do this on a part-time basis. Regardless of part-time versus full-time, during your studies, it's going to feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose. That sometimes it can be very overwhelming as you're learning new terminology, whether it be the affiliation with the brokerage that you chose to work with, the legal relationships that we create with buyers and sellers, as well as the enforceability of legal contracts involved, local, state, and federal laws related to finance, mortgages, appraisals, fair housing, the complete settlement process, as well as the required disclosures of defects of the property and its condition, as well as environmental concerns. Now, some of the things we want to talk about are the pre-class registration. When you enrolled in our pre-license bundle, you immediately got a confirmation that we'll have a link to the Zoom platform. What we need students to do is actually click on that link, type in their email, their first name, their last name, their email address. It will now be a one-time login for all of the classes that we have scheduled for the first 60 hours, whether it be law and practice. You will receive another link towards the end of the real estate practice portion that will get you into the broker basics module. Because in order to step over to broker basics, we need everyone to have completed their law and practice modules, the first 60 hours, in order to have an even deeper understanding as we transition into the final 30-hour requirement by the New Mexico Real Estate Commission. Now, one of the things we need students to make sure they're doing are the reading assignments and all of the other necessary components prior to the actual classroom meeting. So it's important that we've completed not only the reading assignments prior to each meeting, but also looking up those key terms and definitions that are at the beginning of each unit that's been assigned for the reading assignments. Looking up those words becomes imperative when not only are we reading sentences, we have a better understanding of what's being spoken about, but also when we're looking at the test questions and asking ourselves, what is the question really asking in order to apply the correct answer? Now, another thing that's imperative to realize when we're taking the time to study is there are end-of-unit quizzes that the students need to be doing at the end of each unit, so it's a check on learning to see that what they're retaining from just those specific units. You know, within the ebook that's provided, you're also getting the ability to highlight features during your reading. It has an audiobook portion where you can play it through your car stereo or through your tablet, your iPad, or your computer, so that you can just kind of hear things going on. You know, and there's also a great video tutorial within each unit to help with a deeper understanding of that topic. So we really need our students to be fully engaged. Now, one of the things that we need to emphasize with our students is the need to block out time to actually do the reading assignments, looking up those definitions, those key terms, so we can tie all those concepts together. Now, I would suggest anywhere from 3, but it's highly recommended you block out 5 hours per day that you're sitting there doing your reading assignments, listening to the audiobooks, even looking at some of the video tutorials, you know, when you're having some difficulty tying together some of the strange terminology out here, like what's the alienation clause or the acceleration clause, or really Tennessee in common versus joint tenancy. And those are just a couple of phrases that we talk about during the classes that become relevant in our day-to-day practice of real estate. Now, when we talk about the actual classroom time, this is where you log in through that one-time Zoom link, and we'll actually have a full class of students there to fully engage and discuss everything that would have been read up to that class time. So this is not a comprehensive where the instructor pulls up the book and reads to you what you should have already read. This is where we get more to the intermediate and advanced level of discussion in order to better tie the material together. So going back to blocking out that time, it's really critical to block out those 3 with a highly recommended 5 hours of study time per day in order to get your full value of not just the course, but in order to lead you to a more successful real estate career. I look forward to seeing you all in class. And if you have any questions, you can reach us at 505-881-0302.